grind it different. Tell them they time is ticking. But we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like
just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Tonight, we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Okay, break.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the second of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. And this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season, but rumor is might have a few more for 2023. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That was Patrick Peterson from his cornerback spot whirling in for the sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
19 tight.
Here's Hurts to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. 20, 10, touchdown Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Good route here.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. They'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Down inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a first and goal.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. Cousins throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Adam Thielen, a terrific wide receiver and synonymous with Minnesota football. You go back to high school, college ball in the state, and now his 9th season with the Minnesota Vikings. 10 touchdown catches last season, makes a nice catch there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Tackled by Avonte Maddox. These two teams all tied after 1. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Cousins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts escaping the pressure right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here we go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Play action now. Cousins. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Receiver. Black.
Play fake. Cousins. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good on the extra point, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Another run with Sanders. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Andrew Booth picks it off. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Following the interception, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 12.
One. Listen to me. Hey, we're good, we're good. Two.
To throw, Cousins. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Eagles with a dime look, 6 DBs on 3rd down. play action. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that
play. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step toward forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Cook following the penalty. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Good route here.
Throwing on second and long. Cousins. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on fourth down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football in the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Check smash, 18, high here. Panther 11,
From the 39, Hurts. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Hurts will throw. It's complete, and he'll wind up short of the goal line, so they will not be able to get this back within a score, as this remains a 10-point differential. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And they finally put it into this return. And not before he's all the way down to the 37. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. As Sanders has it poked free, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Cousins now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Hurts. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-and-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6. Throwing is Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Here's Hurts to throw. And one more time, that's Watkins. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins. That's to the sideline and complete. A nifty job to make the catch, but the throw took him right out of bounds.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. Left side, Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here we go.
2nd down at 4. They go play action with Hurts. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Let's go now.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's complete to Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here we go.
8 yards to go on second down. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. He's back to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. A good pickup there, 20 yards. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Cousins to throw. Cook makes the catch on the out route. And he's out of bounds, so give him about 9 as that stops the clock. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's Cousins. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Now Cousins. And that's caught inside the 30. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Vikings 37, Eagles 34.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for Minnesota, it was a great all-around performance.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard it was
was sleeping again. Say it no more. This is a rude awakening. Kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the ops and I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the Porsche. Follow the core and the back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I get